Hello everyone, welcome guys, welcome. Hope everyone had a great trading day today. Welcome guys, welcome. We did finish up for the day, unlike yesterday. Yesterday we were down, markets was down pretty big, but we were up for today, so that's good. We still do not have any buy signals, okay? So no buy signals on the indexes yet on any of the time frames, okay? All right, so let's go through it. The Dow was up, guys. Dow was up 184 points up for the day. All right, so a decent day up. NASDAQ was up 137. S&P was up. Russell was slightly down. And the VIX is still holding at 1659. So on the S&P, we are right near that resistance level on the S&P. Same for the NASDAQ, guys, on the 240, all right, so on 240 minute time frame. Same for the Dow. The Dow's pulled back a bit, but still holding near the highs there, near resistance on the 240. And the IWM, the Russell small caps, near resistance there on the 240. VIX is at 1659. On the daily time frame, same thing, guys. On the daily time frame, again, we are holding in the markup phase, right? In the markup phase, on the S&P, NASDAQ looks really good to break out, okay? Dow, same thing, holding. So although we had some selling last week, guys, the market has rebounded nicely, but again, still holding. No buy signal. So we haven't called a buy signal on equities. Okay. IWM, again, near the resistance level on the daily time frame. Okay. Futures tracker, the dollar has retraced a bit. All right. Currently, the E-mini, so the Dow E-mini is currently up. NASDAQ E-mini currently up, Russell E-mini up, and the S&P E-mini up. So currently in the futures market, the E-minis are up and the dollar is currently down. All right, sectors. The tech sector has a sell signal. All right, so those are all your tech stocks, guys. Buy signal was here. Let's bring in that trend line here. All right, so buy signal was here, sell signal, break of support. We do have a green candle coming in here. Buy signal, if we get a buy signal, guys, that will come in somewhere past resistance here. So anywhere in here, we could see a buy signal on the XLK, which is the tech. All right, healthcare. All right, we've pulled back a bit on healthcare. That was the number one trade going, right? Healthcare, biotech in particular. So healthcare is pulling back, purpose support and resistance. So we are oversold, all right? But nicely done in the markup phase, but expect some pullback unless you see buying in healthcare. Biotech still holding strongly, all right? Small pullback here, but overall, buy signal was here, holding nicely in the markup phase and trending really, really well there. Okay. All right. Those are your top sectors there. Financials, nothing there. Discretionary, nothing there. Setting up though. Staples, nothing there. Basic materials, nothing there. Communications, nothing there. And energy, you guys know nothing there. All right. So again, tech has a sell signal, right? Buyers are coming back in there, all right? Healthcare and then biotech, perhaps the strongest sector right now, okay? All right, the Forex market, we still have consolidations. We're starting to see, though, some of the, some movement, early movement in the Aussie pairs. So, guys, keep an eye on the Aussie pairs, okay? Yen pairs are holding and moving higher. All right. So pound yen, right? It is part of your major here. Pound yen, buy signal here, holding right at resistance. with its buy signal here on the daily time frame holding firm. We need that to keep moving higher here, okay? Dollar pairs, so hold off on the dollar pairs, okay, guys? All right, so hold off on the dollar pairs. Dollar Swiss here, you guys can see it's in a long tight consolidation there. So pound dollar, so the pound pairs consolidating. Euro dollar consolidating as well. All right. Kiwi, the Kiwi pairs, you might find a trade in the Kiwi pairs. Be careful. And Aussie pairs trying to make a move. We'll see if it can break past resistance here. And then we might call it. Okay. But number one trade right now, I guess would be the yen pairs. Okay. All right. Monster Forex Tracker. Let's take a look here. So the Aussie pairs, we're getting some buying on the 60-minute right here. You guys can see that. So 60-minute time frame, 240, and that should flow into the daily. All right, so that's perhaps that's a good trade. So Aussie pairs, Kiwi pairs as well. Take a look at the 60-minute and then the yen pairs. All right, so we'll go through these quickly. All right, so definitely the Aussie pairs are trying to make a move. So our monster scalper traders, keep an eye on the Aussie pairs. And also the Kiwi pairs, New Zealand pairs, New Zealand dollar making a move, recovered nicely. And it is moving up here on the 240. Okay, so New Zealand dollar, good recovery there. Also, there's a trade in New Zealand yen. All right, so New Zealand yen, keep an eye on that trade as well. Okay. Yen pairs. So yen pairs are pulling back a bit. Let's see here. New Zealand yen is right here, holding firm right here. But the yen pairs are they're pulling back a bit there. Okay, so be aware of that. Dollar pairs, just hold off, guys, on the dollar pairs. Nothing there. All right, nothing there in the dollar pairs. Euro pairs hold back for now. You guys can see they're mixed. All right, and some selling on the dollar pairs on the 240. Selling to mix on the 60-minute time frame. So if you're going to trade, again, Aussie pairs, you might find some opportunities there. Kiwi and look for the yen pairs. Overall, we are consolidating. So on the daily time frame, guys, we're about, what's that? I would say a good 65 to 70% consolidation. All right, on the daily time frame. All right, about 60% consolidation. Right, 50 to 60% consolidation on the 240, and about the same on the 60-minute time frame. All right, so we're still consolidating, guys, in Forex. So be careful there. Okay. The top Forex pair currently. That's trading is Euro New Zealand. I believe that gave a sell signal. All right, so red candles here, sell signal. TRY is up here, but you guys know we don't trade that. Aussie New Zealand. Keep an eye on Aussie New Zealand here. Now that trade is almost over on the daily time frame. We did get a sell signal here. Okay, but keep an eye on it. It might recover. And you get a green candle, you might, we'll see, right? It is high up in the markup phase. What's good, though, is that it's holding that trend line. Could get a bounce, but the buy signal was all the way over here. Sell signal with a red candle, so just keep that in mind, okay? VIX on the monthly time frame, 1659 here. So that's good for equities, guys. That's low volatility. All right. So lower volatility. That's good for equities. The Mag 7s, let's go through these stocks. All right, so Tesla, guys, has a sell signal. So sell signal on Tesla. All right. Nvidia, we've got a sell signal on Nvidia. So that's two of the Mag 7s with sell signals, okay? Microsoft has a sell signal, so that's three of the Mag 7s with sell signals. All right. Meta, Facebook, that's another sell signal. So four of the 7 have sell signals. Google is still working. It's way up. Amazon, that has a sell signal. So 5 sell signals so far. Apple, looks good. Apple looks good, holding its buy signal with pretty good momentum, breaking resistance here. All right, but we do have 5 out of the 7 Max 7 stocks with sell signals, okay? And remember, no buy signals in the indexes. All right, let's go to big picture. Dow 240. All right, 240-minute time frame, guys. We're just holding near resistance here. All green candles, so that's good. Right, here was your sell in here that came in. They've recovered nicely. We just need a break for a buy signal. Now, if we get buy signals, guys, on the 240, we'll call it, okay? So we get buy signals on the 240. I would say 2 to 3, 4 buy signals. We'll call it on the 250. And then we'll wait for the daily time frame. Okay, so Dow 240, 240-minute time frame. Green candles here holding firm. Dow on the daily time frame holding firm. Dow weekly time frame looks good there. And Dow on the monthly time frame, look at that. Good price action holding firm. S&P on the 240 holding right here. All right, S&P on the daily time frame, nice recovery here, holding. S&P on the weekly time frame holding nicely. S&P on the monthly time frame holding as well. NASDAQ on the 240, guys. NASDAQ is just holding right here, right at that resistance. All right, looking to break through there and hopefully give a buy signal. Good setup. All right, NASDAQ on the 240. NASDAQ on the daily holding firm, looking to break out there. NASDAQ on the weekly time frame holding. NASDAQ on the monthly time frame holding as well. Russell on the 240 holding. So guys, as long as the market is holding, we can ask for more. All right. All right, Russell on the daily time frame holding as well. Market is not selling off. It is not correcting. All right, Russell on the weekly time frame and then the monthly time frame. So shorts are being squeezed right now, guys. Shorts are being squeezed. All right, Bitcoin on the 240. All right, Bitcoin on the 240 had a bounce. I have no idea what's going on with Bitcoin, guys. Bitcoin made a low. When was it? Sunday and yesterday, Monday. And that low was about 83,000. It bounced today. Nice big bounce today at 91. I have no idea what Bitcoin will do. All right. Okay. Let's bring this down. All right. So we do still have support at 80,000. All right. 80,000 here. Bitcoin is at 91. All right. 91. We have purpose support and resistance. Now, based on the price action, we're in the markdown phase. Okay. So no buying, we know that, right? No buying at all. However, we could see Bitcoin come all the way back down, start testing that support again. However, if we start breaking through resistance here, near-term resistance, get above this moving average with a white or green candle, all right, we might see Bitcoin recover. All right, we haven't had a green candle since all the way up here near 120. So if we start seeing some buyers to come in, but I doubt it for now. Anything can happen. All right, it is in the markdown phase, purple support and resistance. Okay, so we're not overbought. We're still going along with the trend, the markdown trend. Okay, all the red candles there on the daily. Okay, Bitcoin on the weekly time frame, we broke a big trend line here. Okay, I'm going to clear this for now so you guys can see clearly that it broke through the channel. All right, here are the highs. Here are the lows of the channel. It broke through all the red candles there. Bitcoin on the monthly, you guys can see that there. Pound yen is consolidating. All right, pound yen consolidating here. On the 240, here's your daily, here's your weekly, and here's your monthly. Dollar Swiss is consolidating, guys. Stay away from the dollar pairs, okay? Absolutely nothing there with the dollar pairs. All right, so dollar Swiss 240 daily consolidating there. You guys can see that. This is where you will burn your capital. All right, this is where you will burn your capital if you trade this. All right, dollar Swiss on the weekly, it's consolidating monthly. Same with pound dollar, consolidating here, pound dollar, 240 daily, weekly, right here. All right, and monthly, right here. Okay, it is setting up, but not quite, not ready yet. All right, euro dollar, guys, euro dollar, it is in a range here. Now, if we can get past resistance here, we could see the euro pairs move. Okay, so euro dollar still within its range, right here. That's the 240, that's the daily. You can see that range more clearly here. On the daily time frame, you have resistance here. All right, hold on. Resistance here, support here, and right now we are trading between support and resistance. Euro dollar, just holding for now on the weekly and on the monthly. Wide range here, consolidating on the monthly as well. Aussie dollar, like I said, keep an eye on these Aussie pairs, guys. So Aussie dollar, all right, making a move. Buy signal here, good price action here on the 240. This is turning out to be a decent trade. If it breaks through that resistance here, we could see it move much higher, all right? So Aussie dollar here on the 240. Aussie dollar daily, it is consolidating, trading within the range, but we could see that price action move higher, trading well there. Aussie on the weekly and Aussie on the monthly there. Okay. The Kiwi, so the New Zealand, let's take a look. New Zealand dollar 240. All right, it is moving higher there. Okay. Daily. All right. What's that? Weekly, monthly. Let's change this to buy signals since it wants to break out. All right, so New Zealand dollar on the daily, and then on the 240 we should have a buy signal. All right, so New Zealand dollar 240, guys, buy signal here, really good price action, looks good there. New Zealand dollar on the daily, weekly, monthly. Gold, guys, gold is continuing to move higher. All right, so it's moving nicely, nice upward trend there. Let's draw it out. And gold is at 4,200. All right. So good price action there. Keeps moving higher. Just a nice recovery. Found support at around 4,000. Trading at 4,241. Looks good. Gold on the monthly looks good, guys. The all-time high on gold is right here. Okay. Amazing. Silver broke through, guys. Silver is trading at $53 an ounce. All right. Big move on silver, gapped up. All right, so it gapped up. All right, big moves, moving higher. Looks like silver could go to 60. Okay, really big move there. On the weekly and on the monthly, we talked about this, right? Your big resistance, I won't call it the resistance, your big high for silver going all the way back to 2010, 2011. And guess what, guys? We broke through that number in a big way. Look right here. All right. So that's silver. Crude oil on the weekly time frame. It's consolidating right now. All right. So consolidating here on the weekly time frame. Big consolidation there for crude oil. All right. Don't expect anything. Right. No trading here, guys. No trading. Very tight consolidation. You guys can see that there. No trading at all. Bonds has pulled back a bit. Right. We were looking for a bond trade as equities were coming down. Now that equities are moving higher and holding, bonds have pulled back. So the TLT pulling back a bit, gap down, red candle. So just be aware of that. That means interest rates are going back up. Okay. Bonds on the weekly, a big consolidation. Bonds on the monthly has really sold off and is near a big support level on the monthly time frame. Okay. All right. Dollar is holding on the daily, weekly, and then on the monthly time frame. Let's take a quick look at our trading systems. Let's see what's going on with those. All right, in crypto's monster, guys, remember we're at 91 on Bitcoin right here. Litecoin, all right, still selling in Litecoin. Bitcoin Cash, holding, surprisingly holding, not moving higher, just holding for now. And then Ethereum, all right, red candle here, it is in the markdown phase, right? So no buying yet, guys. Okay. So be aware of that. Okay. Metals. Again, gold. If you were looking for a gold trade there, this on the daily, you could move it to perhaps a 60-minute time frame. Let's take a look at a 60. Yeah, 60 is setting up. 30. That's 30 there. 30 is setting up for a trade. Let's take a look at 60 is also setting up for a trade. Okay. And that is gold on the daily time frame. Right, on the daily time frame, that buy signal was at 3,500. It's at 42. So on the daily time frame, that's done. All right, that's gone. Platinum. Let's take a look. Platinum on the daily, waiting for a buy signal. Silver. Recent buy signal. This is not bad, guys. All right, this is a decent trade here. Silver on the daily time frame. Look at the weekly here. Really good price action on the weekly. All right, so that's a decent trade there. Okay. Let's see here. Copper. All right, not a lot of movement in copper. It's holding between a tight range of resistance here and support. All right, so be careful with copper. I don't think anyone is trading copper. We talked about bonds. Energy, nothing with crude oil. Look at crude oil, guys. Look, that's the weekly chart there. You guys could see that. Absolutely nothing there. That is a market to stay away from. Okay. Monster yen. Monster yen. Let's take a look. All right. So monster yen. Aussie yen. Aussie yen has a buy signal on the 240. So Aussie yen, guys. AUDJPY on the 240. That's good. 60 looks good. All right. On the 30-minute, it has a trade. Daily looks good, and weekly time frame looks good. So Aussie, guys, just keep an eye on the Aussie pair there. All right, in Monster Yen, New Zealand Yen, we've called that trade already. A good trade going here on the 240. Wait for it on the 60. Pound Yen. All right, Pound Yen, just waiting for a trade right now. Euro Yen, waiting for a trade on the 240. Has a trade on the 60-minute time frame right now. All right, Monster Scalper. We went through this. So New Zealand Yen, that's on the 240. And then Aussie Yen, buy signal here on the 240. The Kiwi pairs here, right? The Kiwi Aussie pairs, keep an eye on those, okay? Euro pairs, keep an eye on those. We're about 50%, I would say, about 60% consolidation, all right? So Forex is still consolidating. Be aware of that. Stock Boss. Let's see here. Where is Stock Boss and Bullmaster? Let's run Hit Seeker. So 54 in Stock Boss, guys. So that's come down a bit there. 64 in Stock Boss. I mean, 54. Are they still buying? All right, so let's see here. So, hold on. All right, so just be aware of that. All right, be aware of that. Bullmaster here. Bullmaster, let's run it. 121, so we got quite a bit in Bullmaster. And let's see what they're buying. Not a lot of biotech. I'm surprised. Small amount of healthcare. Some gold. So they're all over the place right now. Okay. So guys, just remember, we're still waiting for buy signals. So we've got what, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 3 more days here for trading. If buyers come in heavy for the rest of the week, we could see buy signals on the 240. And if that's the case, we'll call a buy signal. Okay. All right, guys, thanks for coming. Remember, we're changing things around. We're going to try to do about 30 minutes, right? When the market picks up, we'll go longer, try to get into an hour, okay? But for right now, 30 minutes to about 40 minutes. And then as things pick up, we'll push the classes longer, okay?